Hi folks, a little while ago I showed you changing out the one brake light in this tail light housing on the Mercedes ML320, the 1999. And one of the things that I showed was that these two plastic tabs that hold it in place, one of them was broken off. But I said there's still another one there that would hold it so it'd be fine. Well, what's happened since is the second one has broken, and this housing was just kind of hanging there. It didn't fall out. So I did a temporary fix just to hold it till I could get a new part. I put a piece of like clear packing tape between on the metal and also on the plastic, and it's held it in place okay, but I did get a chance to get some new ones. So let's change this out. You can see it's fairly simple. It has these two screws here that hold it in place. Now they're plastic, and because it's older and it's a little more rusted, I didn't want to just use the flat bladed screwdriver on it for fear I'd just strip it out. So what I did is I've gotten a socket. It is a 10mm socket, and I'll take them off with that. So let's start with that first. And again, there's just the two of these. I got a set of these to replace this on Amazon, and it was trying to think, I also bought a new set of headlight enclosures for the Mercedes here too, because as you've seen in my past videos, it's been hard to get them to be clear. So I'll do another video on that for you. But for two headlight assemblies and two tail light assemblies for this model Mercedes, it was like $290 somewhere. It was less than $300 for all four pieces, so I thought that wasn't too unreasonable. And they do come with most, if not all, the bulbs in them. Now how good the bulbs are, I don't know. I haven't tried them yet, especially the headlight bulbs. I might need something brighter, but typically the tail light or brake light bulbs are standard, so they're going to show up light the way you want it to. They don't need to be brighter than normal. As you can see, these are just little plastic caps on the bolts that stick out there, the studs that stick out. And they do have a retaining washer to hold them in place on the plastic bracket. So not drop that down into the car. Okay. And then I've got to take the plastic tape back off here. Hope it'll come off. I won't leave a mess in the car. It's not that long ago that I put it on, so I think it won't be too bad. But I did want to put it on hard enough, or thoroughly enough, that it wouldn't come loose, because I didn't know how long it might take me to get the replacement. So yeah, so that did the job temporarily. Roll of clear plastic tape kept in your car could be a lifesaver for you. Just a pro tip there. So these, like I said, both of these brackets were shot, and I can pull them out just like this. Now the new one, and to take this off, all I have here is a wiring harness. One wiring harness for all the lights that are in there. So I just need to get my regular screwdriver here. I don't know if you can see this or am I in the way. Let me go this way. It'll be easier. Just unclip this. I've got to be careful. I don't want to damage this. There we go. Because I need that wiring harness. Okay, that's all it took to take it apart. And as you can see, it's everything in the assembly goes. I could probably go in here and try to save some of these bulbs if I want to. It's not really worth it for a couple dollars, and there was only one new one. All the other bulbs were older, so I'm not too worried about trying to save them. Let me show you here the new ones that I got. I can't remember the name of the supplier, but it was through Amazon, and they did come, because I didn't do any kind of like overnight or insane shipping, they did come with free shipping. So in about, I don't know, a week or so, so it wasn't too bad. As you can see, here's the brand new one. And again, they are all in there. This little brass stud there goes in this little opening down here. And then all I should have to do here is jack in my wiring harness, like so. The tab on this side is where it goes over the clip. And then what I do is slide it in here, get over the two screws there. Oops, I guess I got to put the bottom part in first. This was a little tricky the last time, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was a little bit tricky. And it's wanting to be down a little bit too far here, but I'm sure that, yeah, that is designed to go up more. I don't know what's holding me up. I'm just not doing this quite the right way. Watch out. I've got my helper here again. I know I had to fool around with this the last time because I didn't quite get it in the right way. Let's see if I can't do it this way. Seems like there's almost something sticking up here that shouldn't be. I hope this is going to fit the way it's supposed to. I didn't get one that's not exactly fitting. I'm going to force it, of course. Hole there, but something hanging me up here. I'm not sure what. Thinking if I just jiggle it a little bit, maybe it'll go into place. Well, it should. Sticking out there at all. I don't want to force it because it's all just plastic. And it's almost where it should be. This last little bit, I have a gap over here by the side of about a quarter of an inch, and that shouldn't be there. I don't know why. Videos take longer because I'm not a good mechanic, but the whole notion of trying to do it yourself is so that you don't have to be a good mechanic. Now that doesn't move, so it's just got to go in there. did it here before again. Looks like that's as far in as it's going to go. I don't know why I got a gap down here. Unless that's just because it's not quite original equipment, I don't know. But it is in where I guess it should be. Let me try putting my screws in place. Now the bottom one's in, but the top one, there we go. And I'll start it with my flat bladed and snug it up with the socket. Now I want it snug but not so tight that will snap it off, because again, those little ears on there are just plastic. I hope you can see me doing this on the camera. Again, I'll just snug them up so I'm sure that they won't come off or work their way loose with vibration. Okay, that should not go anywhere now. Yeah, that seems strange to me that that's not quite as tight as it was, but well, let me stop the video here and I'll go get my keys and we'll make sure that it's working properly. I won't bother to show you doing the other one because it's the same procedure, but if you need to do this, this is all that's involved. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, the tail light is on because I have the headlights on. Let me hit the brake light and the turn signal for you. Maybe I'll even do the backup to make sure that that's working. I won't see it until I'm done because I have to be in the car, but I'll check it on the video before I upload it. Turn signal works. It's nice and bright. Okay, there we go. Took a little longer than I wanted again, but that's okay. So that's brand new now. Hopefully I'll never have to replace that again. And it's that simple. You know, somebody said that if you got a Mercedes, it would be very difficult to work on it. I imagine the newer ones probably are, but everything I've found just about with this older model, it's very user-friendly to do these kind of repairs. And I've talked about that before in some videos with the Mercedes. So wouldn't shy away from it just because of the brand, especially the older ones if they're less sophisticated. The German engineers usually have a lot of common sense in how they design things. So this side's done. I'm going to do the other side. I won't bother to show that, but we're good to go. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, follow us, share our channel with others, as we live out in the country on a shoestring. Okay, there they are. Both working fine. Again, thank you for watching and thank you for your support.